I'm Lorraine Beeman. I'm an interview coach who helps people excel during interviews by sharing insights and strategies on how to answer questions, including the question, if you were an animal in the jungle, what animal would you be? Every time I think I'm going to stop preparing clients to answer that question, somebody calls and says, Lorraine, I'm so glad you prepared me for that question because they asked me. So that's why I'm doing this video. Let me tell you a little bit about the logic behind this question. And it's been around probably since about the 1960s, when some psychologists thought when we identify with an animal or an object, we do that because we see them having the same characteristics we do. So then the question started to be, name the animal and why did you choose that animal? I want to give you a shortcut to preparing for that question. The point of the question is to find out what personal qualities you have by asking you what you see the qualities of an animal, or it can be an object, or it can be a flower, it can be anything other than a human being. So let's talk about how to prepare an answer for this question. First of all, I want you to list 3 to 5 qualities that you have that are going to make you a top performer in the job that you are being interviewed for. Let me give you an example of, I'm going to say that my top qualities are that I'm compassionate, that I'm goal-oriented, and that I'm friendly. So when an interviewer asks, what kind of an animal would you be in the jungle? What kind of an animal would you be in the forest? What kind of a tree would you be in the forest? What kind of a flower? It doesn't make any difference. Say the first thing that pops into your mind. Don't spend a lot of time evaluating different animals and different kinds of flowers. That's not the point. Trust yourself that the flower, the animal, whatever that pops into your mind, you're going to be able to go with that. So let's say that someone asks me, well, if you were an animal in the forest, what kind of an animal would you be? And the first thing that pops into my mind is a squirrel. And I would say, well, I think I would be a squirrel because, when I look at a squirrel, I see that they're compassionate, they're goal-oriented, and they're friendly. I mean, what's friendlier than a squirrel looking for an acorn to eat and kind of running around with all of the other squirrels and getting along? Okay. So let's say the question was, if you were a flower in a garden, what kind of a flower would you be? Oh, I think I'd be a carnation. They look so friendly. And I just have this feeling of compassion and care. And they grow just one flower at a time. And so they're very goal-oriented, just keep reaching up to the sun so they can reach their full potential. Okay, quick recap in preparing for this question. Trust yourself that whatever comes into mind will work for you. What you want to memorize and know is those 3 to 5 characteristics that are going to make you the top candidate for this job, the qualities that are going to make you a top performer.